You're listening to the Sasha Davis Podcast, a show about overcoming fear and manifesting your dream life. Each week, we'll dive deep into real stories and tangible advice about spirituality, law of attraction, mindset, and money so that you can be your happiest, healthiest, and most abundant self. You ready? Here we go. Welcome back to another episode of the podcast. As promised, today I want to give you tangible steps, real ways that you can use a law of attraction in your everyday life. Again, it doesn't have to be complicated. You just have to start somewhere. This is seriously, it is available right at your fingertips. You just have to bring awareness to it and then make intentional choices to start using the law of attraction to manifest your dream life, to really be the creator of your reality. So, real quick, I'm going to get into 10 ways that you can use a law of attraction, okay? Starting today. And what you can do, save this episode, come back to it later, take notes if you need to. What I would suggest is instead of trying to do all 10 things at once, because I tend to attract a lot of all or nothing type of women in the world, such as, that's where I came from. I was very all or nothing. And so, shocker, that's the type of women I continue to attract into my life. So just know that if you're an all or nothing person, take one of these things and master it. And then when you master it, go ahead and move on to the next. Okay. All right. So let's dive in. Number one. First way that you can use the law of attraction in your everyday life. This is huge, 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 okay? And that is to increase your vibration, increase your energy. This is the number one thing. Move yourself up on that emotional guidance scale, okay? So how can we increase our energy? How can we increase our vibration? How can we move ourselves up on that emotional guidance scale? And three of the biggest things that you can do to increase your energy that you have control over right now is how much water you're drinking in a day. Are you properly hydrated? Okay. If you're not properly hydrated, you can be, things can affect you like decision fatigue, or just plain fatigue, skin problems, irritability, all kinds of stuff can start to happen. Okay, so number one thing, drink your water. If you don't know how much water you should be drinking, Google it. But a general rule of thumb is half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you're a 150-pound person, be drinking at least 75 ounces of water a day. This sounds super easy, but still, nobody does this. It like blows my mind how many people are not fueling themselves. Your body is made 70-80% of water, and you try to think about why are we not operating at optimum levels? Why am I not attracting the things that I desire or that I deserve? And honestly, it's because you're not treating yourself with the amount of respect. You're not really increasing your energy by doing simple things. And you have access to clean water. So that's not an excuse. If you didn't have access to clean water, this would be a very different conversation. But there's no excuse to not be properly fueling your body. You would never leave the house with your phone on 10%. You would never try to drive on a road trip with a quarter tank of gas. Yet we try to get through the day with one bottle of water. No, it doesn't work like that. Okay. Increase your energy. You will notice that after you start to drink this water, seriously, your energy will be improved. And I can get in the whole energetic being behind water. Just make sure that it's good quality water. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Another thing, moving your body. This is another way to increase your energy, increase your vibration. Okay. Nobody ever leaves a workout and says, man, this really fucking sucks. Like, I'm so mad that I did that workout. No, you usually feel a lot better because you're sweating. Your body was designed to move. And how do we create more energy? A body in motion stays in motion. So energy creates energy. So how do we increase our energy? We get off our ass, even if we don't really want to, and we start moving our bodies for at least 20 or 30 minutes a day. It doesn't matter how it looks, okay? Stop comparing yourself to the Joneses. You can go outside, you can go for a walk, you can jump on a trampoline, you can do burpees, you can do an at-home workout, whatever works for you. Get yourself moving, okay? A body in motion stays in motion. Our bodies were not designed to sit for 10 or 12 hours a day, okay? Historically, humans are designed to move. And so when we remain stagnant for very long, our energy remains stagnant. This is why you feel stuck. This is why you feel depleted. This is why you feel exhausted. It's because you're not getting up and doing more things that would create more energy for you. I hope this is making sense. Don't worry. This is just number one. I have 9 more things for you. Okay. One more with the increasing the energy. Think about the food that you're consuming. Okay. I just go by the general rule of thumb. Is this food dead or is this food alive? So dead food, meaning like it was never alive, like processed food, pops, sodas, things that are jam-packed full of artificial everything, okay? Versus food that's alive. So think of like your fruits, your veggies, your water, things like that. Because energetically speaking, the food that is alive is nourishing, it's vibrating, it's higher quality, it's a real thing. You're consuming live particles. And so that is also going to increase to your energy versus if you're eating things that are dead, that are processed, that your body is really not meant to digest, it can actually decrease your energy, which is why a lot of times people feel even more tired, more hungry, and all of that stuff after they eat a meal. And no, fast food is not a real meal, okay? If you ever wonder why fast food is so cheap, just think about that, okay? Why is fast food so cheap? What are they putting in there? Where are they cutting corners? When you start to kind of like look at it from an objective point of view, you're like, holy shit, I've been eating trash, okay? Number 2, find ways to expand your consciousness. And this can be lots of different things. You can pray, you can read, you can learn, listen to podcasts, read books, try new things, anything that's going to kind of get you out of your comfort zone and building that energetic field really, and like proving to yourself that you can do something. So it's boosting your confidence, which when you boost your confidence, that's like an energy enhancement in and of itself. So when you can expand your consciousness, when you can connect to that higher version of you, this is really going to help you call in those things that you desire in your life. So think of ways that you can expand your mind, expand your consciousness, expand your comfort zone. Those are really going to help you, okay? Trying new things is huge. Learning new things is huge. Reading about new things is huge because when we learn new information, we can make better choices. Okay. You don't have to have the same thoughts, same beliefs throughout your whole life. I have very different thoughts and beliefs than I did 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was smoking cigarettes to take a shot of tequila, right? Now, today, I don't smoke. You know, I'd probably take a shot of tequila if I wasn't pregnant, but you know what I mean? Like we know better, so we do better. So constantly expanding your consciousness is also going to help you raise your vibration. Okay. Number 3, gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. When we come from a place of, I can't, I don't, this sucks, blah, 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 woe is me, guess what you're attracting into your life? Yep. More stuff that you really don't want. And so gratitude can be as simple as, I'm thankful for the air that I breathe. I'm thankful for this clean water that I'm drinking. I'm thankful that my car made it from point A to point B. I'm grateful that I woke up this morning. I'm grateful that I have a computer that's allowing me to put out these podcasts. I'm grateful that I have a steady income. I'm grateful that I have a loving husband. I'm grateful that there's a roof over my head. I'm grateful for fancy coffee. I'm grateful for oracle cards. I'm grateful for my mentors. I'm grateful for my new pair of jeans. It can be whatever. But when you focus on good feeling thoughts more of the time, guess what happens? More good feeling thoughts come. And so whenever you're in a place of depression, anxiety, or hopelessness, try just for 30 or 60 seconds to focus on something that brings you joy, that you're really, really grateful for. It can be green grass, it can be sunshine, it can be going for a walk, whatever that looks like, because that is all it takes, 30 to 60 seconds to really shift from where you are to a little bit better feeling thought. And we're not trying to do like a 180 here. I just want you to bump yourself up that emotional guidance skill. Okay, it's not like you're going to go to bed tonight and be like, oh, my life sucks, and then wake up tomorrow and be this whole new person. I wish I could just snap my fingers and make that happen. But in all reality, it's a gradual process, right? There's not this all or nothing concept. It's not like you're grateful or you're not. Just practice more gratitude throughout the day. One thing that I did when I was having a really, really hard time being grateful is literally just every step that I would take, I would say thank you. Thank you for this step. 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 Thank you for this body for walking me from point A to point B. And it sounds really silly, but that's what I did just in order to get myself out of the funk that I was in. Okay. Number 4, having a positive mental attitude. And this is not the toxic positivity that you see out there that everything's fine, everything's fine, everything's fine. That's not it. It's not fake it till you make it kind of stuff. It's just having a positive outlook on life and knowing that nothing is permanent. Okay. And I mean that in a sense of if you're going through a shitty situation right now, just know that you're not always going to be in a shitty situation. So just like learning the lesson that you're in and trying your best to have that positive outlook and then doing something that will bring you joy. Okay. So just try to have a better outlook on life. Try to switch the script where this isn't happening to me. It's happening for me. I'm living life by design instead of default, things like that. Okay. So just think positive mental attitude. Do I have a positive attitude about the outcome of this situation? If the answer is no, what I would recommend doing is writing down all of the positive aspects that have come or will come out of that situation. So for example, if you got a flat tire going down the road, what are some positive aspects about that? Well, maybe one positive aspect was you didn't really want to go to the place that you're going to in the first place. So now you don't have to go. So that would be a positive. Another positive is, well, I actually have insurance that covers roadside. So that's cool because I don't have to pay for this. So that's positive. What's the next positive? Oh, well, I actually have a half hour to myself in my car so I can fit in that podcast or fit in that book or fit in that meditation. So that's a positive. You can go on and on and on, but trying to really find the positive aspects of something that happens can really switch the things around for you. Okay. Again, living life by design, not by default. Number 5, find the joy. And if you cannot find the joy, be the joy. Create the joy. This isn't that fake happiness kind of thing, but I really want you to do more things that bring you joy. Put yourself on the calendar. I don't care if it's 1 hour a week or 20 hours a week. You need to do more things that bring you joy because that in and of itself will raise your vibration immensely. You'll be in that flow. You'll be in that zone of genius. More good things to come to you. Time just kind of flies by and you're like, oh my gosh, I just wish that this moment could last forever. Okay. So find more things that bring you joy. Maybe it's reading. Maybe it's hanging out with a friend. Maybe it's going to the movies. Maybe it's snowboarding. Maybe it's horseback riding. Whatever it is, make more time for it. Because when you're on your deathbed and you look back, you're not going to say, wow, I'm really glad that I put in 80 hours a week every week, or I'm really glad that I stressed out about all the shit that I don't even remember what it was. I really want you to do more things that bring you joy. That is the purpose of life. Find the joy, be the joy, create. And sometimes that joy can be just looking at your dog or looking at your spouse or looking at your children. Okay. It can be that simple. Next, number 6, create a focus wheel. This is where you have a goal and you do like a mind map on all the ways that you can help achieve that goal. Sometimes it's nice just to get it all out on paper. So if you don't know what mind mapping or focus wheel are, just Google it. But basically you have like a goal in the setting in the middle of it. And then all around it, you have different action steps that you can do right now to help make that goal a reality. Okay, so let's say that like you have a fitness goal. Okay, how many things can I do in a day, in a week, in a month to make this goal a reality? And so there can be like accountability partners. It can be certain meal plans. It can be certain workout routines. It can be a certain time of day. It can be a certain outfit. It can be a certain location. All of that stuff, really focus on how that can help you set and achieve that goal. Create a whole mind map on how to do it. Okay. Next, number 7, meditation. Everybody avoids this until they actually like do it. And then they're like, oh my God, this is the best thing ever. For me, I thought it was, I thought it was a joke when I first started doing it. I was like, this is stupid. This is dumb. But push past the resistance, and really what it's helping you do is quiet the noise so that those things, those divine downloads can kind of come in and say, Sasha, this is what you should do next with your life. Doesn't sound as creepy as that, but you know what I mean? You get like those soul aches or those soul callings. Like, oh, you should build a retreat center in the mountains, or, oh, you should write a book, or, oh, you should start this business, or, oh, you should start this podcast, or, oh, you should do this, or you should do that. When you can quiet the noise, quiet your mind, and really like create space for your imagination to come in for, you know, whatever you believe in, higher power, higher self, any of those things, meditation can help with that. There's also moving meditations, there's breathing meditations, there's guided meditations, there's musical meditations. Find what works for you and just make it a routine, okay? So that way when things start to get chaotic, you can take a step back for 3 to 5 minutes and just be like, I'm going to do a quick meditation and really just help raise my vibration and get out of this like negative mindset, right? Which leads me into my next one, which is affirmations. So just having really empowering statements that will remind you of the things you want to attract into your life, that will remind you of the things that you want to achieve in your life. And so the number one thing here is making sure that you feel good when you say these statements, making sure that you believe them, and making sure that they are empowering. So sometimes I find that I am statements can be very restrictive. If I am statements don't work for you, head on over to Google, head on over to Pinterest, or make your own. Like, I am working towards a life I love. I am working towards finding my dream job. I am working towards making $500,000 a year, whatever it is. Okay. You can make it a working affirmation. It doesn't have to be an end all be all, but if the I am statements work for you, more power to you. Okay. Use those I am statements because they can be really powerful. The number one thing, again, making sure that they make you feel good and making sure that they are empowering. Those are key when it comes to affirmation statements. All right. Number 9, visualization. This can be taking 2 to 3 minutes in the morning, like when you're making your coffee, when you're making your tea, whatever, and just saying, okay, how do I want my day to go? All right, I visualize making sales. I visualize meeting the right people. I visualize getting somewhere safely. I visualize being my highest self, whatever that is. It can be a few minutes a day. Another thing that you can do, what I do, is I create vision boards. And I find that vision boards, or even like guided visualization meditations, are super powerful to help me get into that space that I want to be. And so creating a vision board can be super powerful in that sense. I created kind of like a travel one this year. It's just like an 8x10. I can put it in my planner and it's really cool. And then I also took pictures of it. So I have it on my phone for whatever reason. If I'm out and about and I'm like, oh, I need my vision board. What did I put on there? I have a picture of it. But there's also apps out there, digital, versions of vision boards that you can create with apps. There was a gal in our group that did like, there was one that like hand drew a vision board. There's some that like cut out magazines. There's some that use Google. There's some that did like words of affirmation for their vision board. There was another gal who had like a magnet board and just had like different cool magnets that stuck photos to it. So there's tons of things that you can do with visualization and really, really make it fun. Okay. That is the biggest thing. Like, I feel like as adults, we don't know how to have fun anymore. So let your freak flag fly. Let your little kid come out in you, that little inner being, that little toddler self sometimes, not the tantrum toddler self, but that like playful side of you. Let that side come out because that will bring you more joy, which will raise your energy, which will help you do all these other things. All right. Last one I have for you today. Number 10. Again, save this, come back to it, write these down. If you have questions, shoot me a message over at sasha.davis on Instagram or support@sashadavis.com. I'd be happy to help brainstorm with you too. Okay. Number 10. Detox yourself from lower vibrations. Detox yourself from lower vibrations. I'll say it again. Detox yourself from anything that has a low vibration, okay? Misery loves company. So what I suggest that you do is surround yourself with uplifting people, uplifting places, and doing uplifting things. Okay. Another thing that you can do to detox yourself from low vibrations is unplug. Do like a digital detox and just be off your phone for an entire day. I know a lot of you think, oh, it's impossible. What if somebody needs to get a hold of me? Well, 10 or 20 years ago, people couldn't get a hold of you. And I guess what? Like, you lived. Stop letting this little 2x4 freaking device run your life. Okay. Again, have some respect for yourself, for your time, have some boundaries for yourself, and other people will learn how to treat you. You will teach them how to treat you. So it is okay to unplug. It is okay to say no to people. I do it all the time. Yes, it was difficult, but I went this whole last weekend. I think I had my phone on me like twice. I shut my phone off every single night. It's off by 9 p.m. It doesn't come back on until usually 6 or 7 in the morning. I literally it's on airplane mode. Nobody can get a hold of me. And then there's certain days throughout the week where I'm just like, airplane mode. It's fine, guys. The world is not going to come to an end because you didn't answer one email or one message, or because you didn't check that one whatever. It is good for the soul for you to unplug, okay? And I mean from everything, not just your phone. Like, it's good to unplug from the laptop. It's good to unplug from work. It's good to unplug from family. It's good to unplug from any type of media outlet, okay? Get out into nature. Another thing that you can do to detox yourself from low vibrations is reduce or remove toxins in your life. Like, think of around like your house, how many toxins. All of those put off a low vibration energy. Things like alcohol, aka a depressant, which would be a low vibration. It's nice to let loose every now and then. I get it. But like, if you're to the point where you're like, I need to have a drink to like relax, I need to have a drink for this, or I need to have a drink for anything, I would just take that into consideration and reduce or remove that if you can. Same thing with like smoking. Okay. Things with like processed food, any like in toxic people, toxic relationships. That could be your mom, that could be your dad, that could be your grandma, that could be your brother, your sister, your daughter, your whatever. Okay. If you have toxic, find ways to remove them. Remove those toxic people from your life. Again, practice not perfect. It's all baby steps. So again, what I suggest is taking one out of this list of 10 and just making it a goal to maybe try to implement that every day this week. Okay. And then once you can kind of master one, move on to the next. So maybe your big thing is expanding your consciousness. I'm going to try, reading and learning and doing stuff more. So maybe you just start listening to audiobooks in the car. If you want to practice gratitude, maybe every day you write down 3 things you're grateful for, or maybe you want to try moving meditation or affirmations. Whatever it is, pick one, stick with it, and incrementally add more to your plate as you go. It does not have to be all or nothing, but all of these things will start to help you increase your energy, increase your vibration. And these are all ways that the law of attraction can help you manifest your dream life. It can really manifest your physical reality based on all of this stuff. Okay, so the law of attraction is real. Like attracts like. What you focus on, you get more of. Focus on more good things, more good feeling things, and you will have more good things happen to you. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, let me know. Leave a review. Take a screenshot, share it with a friend, and tag me on social media, Sasha.Davis. So that's all I got for you today, and we'll catch you guys next time.